From Reston, Virginia at the Skate Quest of Reston. We've got hockey on this Friday night. It's the Loudoun Valley Woodgrove Vikings and Wolverines against the McLean Highlanders. So happy to have you with us here for this DMVSTREAM.COM broadcast. Here to tell you the story, I'm Brian Gardner, located inside the glass between the two penalty boxes, right next to the scorekeepers. Going to be a unique vision and a unique, I guess, narrative telling all of you listening at home how it's going from inside the glass for these two teams. Both of these teams hunting their first win of the season. Loudoun Valley Woodgrove 0-2 on the season. They've struggled early so far, been outscored 19-6. Struggled defensively, haven't been able to get things going. They'll try and turn it around a little bit, led by their leading scorer, Adam Price. The forward has 2 goals and an assist. Had 1 goal in their opener, and which they lost 8-2 against South Lakes a week ago, and then a goal and an assist in the 11-4 loss against Patriot the following Sunday. Jack Woody also has 2 goals for that Loudoun Valley Woodgrove team. For the McLean Highlanders, they're an original charter member of this league in their 13th season. Lost to a solid Chantilly team in their opener, a game in which they got down 3-0 in the first period. Coach John Sherlock tells me that the early deficit in that game probably had something to do with the first game jitters. They've got a very, very young team full of sophomores, just 2 seniors, 4 juniors on a 21-player roster. The game was 4-3 in the third. The Highlanders gave up a couple of cheap ones trying to hunt that game-tying goal. What we're looking at for McLean, the leading scorer is Grady Payne. Coach Sherlock calls him a force. He's a top all-around player. 1 goal so far in the season. He had 8 and 5 assists in 10 games last year. Been a varsity player since he was a freshman, when he contributed 8 points. In his freshman campaign, numbers have increased every year. He was the 2nd leading scorer last season. They lost a player who scored 14 goals for them in 10 games. Chris Cardwell's a solid defensive player that Coach Sherlock refers to as a pest in a good way. Great on the penalty kill. Always anticipating getting in the passing lanes, and really smart player, especially on the defensive end. He had an assist in that 6-3 loss against Chantilly. Sherlock tells me that he's very proud of the ability on the PK and the fact that they don't take many penalties. Calls his young squad very talented and is very high on his team in general. Going through warm-ups to either side of me inside the glass here, McLean in their white jerseys, they've got black numbers, white letters on the black stripe across the shoulders, black shorts, white socks with a red and gray stripe, also a red and gray accent along the hip area on the jerseys. For Loudoun Valley Woodgrove, they're dressed in black jerseys with white numbers and white letters, a Loudoun Valley ice hockey logo on the chest. They are the Vikings, or also a Woodgrove jersey signifying who comes from what school. That's really interesting, seeing one of these split squad teams, the way they present themselves on their jersey, both as Loudoun Valley and as Woodgrove. They have gone through their opening warm-ups. The horn is sounded. The 2 men who will be between the pipes for this one, we're looking at Josh Carlson for the McLean Highlanders, the freshman making his first career start. On the other side, we're looking at Mike Fiedler. He's played in both of those 2 games so far for Loudoun Valley Woodgrove. He'll get his 3rd starting nod of the season here. 3 games in just a week's time, as their opener, as I mentioned, was 1 week ago for this Loudoun Valley Woodgrove team. Now playing their 3rd just 1 week later. Of course, 0-2 on the season. Losses coming against South Lakes and against Patriot. McLean 0-1 with a 6-3 loss against Chantilly. Back with you live here from Skate Quest of Reston. Apologies for any technical difficulties here on this broadcast, but we're back underway. No score between Loudoun Valley Woodgrove and McLean, as controlling the puck at center here and dishing out a hit is Malloy. Tommy Malloy, the defenseman here for the Highlanders of McLean. Here's a shot coming off of the tape of Chris Cardwell, save made by Fiedler. All right, puck tied up in the near side boards right in front of the Loudoun Valley Woodgrove bench. Back out towards the point. Malloy a shot, and it'll be gloved by Fiedler, who will hold. 2 shots on net now so far here for McLean. Neither one has solved the puzzle. That is Mike Fiedler. 12:48 to play in the first period. A couple of line changes off. The face-off is controlled by McLean, and Grady Payne sent back out toward the point. Unable to keep it in was Phipps. Turned over on the far side right wing. This is Fiedler sending it over for Adam Price, who put a shot on wide of the net, and it's picked up on the move by the defenseman Doiron. Now up on the left wing for McLean, chipped up towards center. Payne chasing after it. He can't track it down. Instead, on the far side boards with it is Jonathan Whitby. Whitby lost it, turned over. Now Payne walking in for McLean, tried to send it back in front, and it's turned over again to Ladd. Now here comes Adam Price. Price, the big man, number 19, the center, carrying it in, puts a backhander on it, and it goes wide of the net. Picked up behind and sent back along the boards. Callahan will keep it in. Callahan puts a shot on, and it goes off the skate of a defenseman, and Doiron's going to carry it across center. The defenseman joining the rush, up towards the left wing for Price. For Payne, I beg your pardon, and it's Price picking it up for the other squad. Now moving forward with it is Jonathan Whitby. Whitby at center, lost it briefly, got it back, and he will bring it across the blue line, but it will be called offside. 11:40 to play here in the first period. No score between Loudoun. Any apologies sending out to the listeners once again as the internet connection not doing us justice here at SkateQuest of Reston. Technical difficulties may be an issue throughout. I sincerely apologize for that. As we're back underway, the score 1-1 between McLean and Loudoun Valley Woodgrove, as Payne, the goal scorer here for McLean, with it in the attacking zone, chipped it back behind, and Charette chasing on the right wing. Now Payne, the center, moving it back towards the point. He fires it over to the opposite corner to keep it in. Jordan Bloom with it behind the net. Bloom dancing with it, kicks it back towards Charette with a backhand attempt, and it goes wide of the net. Over on the left wing, it's tracked down once again by Payne. Controlling the action out there on the ice. Lost the puck, almost got it back as McAllister had it for a second, but instead it goes back out towards the D-man Phipps. Phipps sends it forward to the left wing for Bloom. Bloom moving around the defense, taken down by McAllister. Loose puck picked up by Aiden Phipps. Phipps sends it along the boards. Back behind the Dashers once more. Chipping it forward and sending it across on the attacking zone is Jonathan Whitby. Unable to find his intended target as it's Dev Doiron chasing it down. He lost the puck, turned over back towards the point. Here's Lindsay with a wrist shot that doesn't get through, coming for Loudoun Valley Woodgrove. All right, picking it up is Payne. Payne dancing through center, number 56, the left-handed shot. The captain puts a shot on net, and it's gloved away by Fiedler. Nice reflexes by the defenseman there, by the goaltender there, I beg your pardon, to steer that one away. All right, tied up right in front of the Loudoun Valley Woodgrove bench. There's a bunch of Highlanders chasing down these Loudoun Valley Woodgrove squad. It's an interesting dynamic as there's the Loudoun Valley Vikings and the Woodgrove Wolverines. Any player who's from Loudoun Valley has a Viking logo on his chest. As a shot that's coming from Cardwell is going to be saved by Fiedler, who will cover with 6:56 to play here in the first period. Anyone coming from Woodgrove has a Wolverines logo on their chest. That split squad dynamic here in what's technically a club sport, hockey in Northern Virginia, not generally directly associated with the teams. Face off in the defensive zone for Loudoun Valley Woodgrove. They win it, but it's turned away to Cardwell. Cardwell walking in, tried to put a backhander on, saved by Fiedler, who will cover once more. Back to the action here with 6 minutes to play here in the first period. 1-1 the score between McLean and Loudoun Valley Woodgrove. Here with the puck is Ladd for Woodgrove, sending it in and turned back over to the defense. Grady Payne on the left wing for McLean. Looking in front, he has Bloom there. Instead, he'll go behind. Now leaves it in front. Here's a shot that goes right into the net, coming off of Charette. It hit right into the blockers of the goaltender Fiedler. Coming in on the attack on the counter. Here's a shot coming off of the tape of Jack Woody and easily gloved by Josh Carlson.